Hi, this is Spring Level 2, Week 19 and 20 lesson plans. First, we have our vault stations. Our first station will be slider conditioning. The students will put their feet on the slider, their hands on the floor in a push-up, and walk down the line. Then they'll turn around, put their hands on the slider, and run, push the slider back to the beginning. Our next station will be working on our Expo vaults. So they'll start with a present, then they'll do their run, proper hurdle, and handstand flatback onto the resi with a coach, or they can try it by themselves. Our next station will be working on our run, proper hurdle, hands on feet onto the chip, and then if they want, they can jump and stick or try their front handspring dismount. Our last station will be a proper hurdle drill. They'll start on the panel, run, jump 2 feet up onto the high stack of mats. Floor stations. Our first station will be working on our back walkovers over the barrel. If the students have this, they'll try their back handspring. Station 2 on the line will be working on cartwheel step-ins, focusing on staying in a straight line. Our next station will be trying some handstand upgrades, so they can try handstand forward rolls with a coach, or they can try their handstand fall to bridge. Our last station will be on the cheese mat, and the students will be working on whichever skill they'll be doing on the cheese mat for Expo. Bar stations. Our first station will be working on our Expo routine, so the students will present. They'll do one glide swing with straight arms, straight legs. Then they'll do their chin-up pullover by themselves if they can. They'll do cast back hip circle. Then if they can, they'll do their front hip circle with a spot. And then they'll do either their birdie perch to straight jump dismount or their birdie perch to soul circle swing. Our next station will be coach's choice, and they can work on their birdie perch or their soul circles, their rolls, or their casting, whichever their coach tells them to work on. Our next station will be on the high bar, and they'll be working on their leg lifts. So they'll hang with straight arms, straight legs, and try and lift their toes all the way to the high bar, keeping their feet together. And our last station on the floor bar, we'll be working on our squat on with 2 feet. Beam stations. Our first station will be working on our Expo beam routine. They'll present, do their proper mount, then they'll do their V-sit mount. Feet up in front, bend one leg, show a weight transfer, and stand. Then they'll lift right into their arabesque hold for 3. Then they'll do 4 passe developpe steps, showing a good passe to an extended straight leg. Then they'll do their tuck jump, arms up, knees in front, then lunge. They'll do a T-touch or their broken leg kick. Then they'll do their squat turn. Squat all the way down, keep their shoulders up and turn. Then 4 backward steps in releve, keeping their heels up as high as they can. Then they'll pivot and do their independent dismount, either their front handspring or their round off. Our next station will be working on those dismounts with a coach, so they can be working on their round off independently or their front handspring. Next, we'll be working on whip swings or straddle swings on the beam, so they'll keep straight arms and try and swing straight legs above the beam. And then our last station, we'll be working on our T-touches and or our broken leg kicks, starting in a lunge and finishing in a lunge.